After more than a decade under state management and assistance, Bretha County Schools is back under local control.
And what pronouns will teachers have to use when referring to students? That question is up for debate in the Kentucky Senate.
Plus, rainy weather's come to an end, and the unrelenting wind will too. The breakdown ahead is Mountain News at 6. Starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
After more than a decade, Bretha County Schools will no longer be under any form of state management or assistance.
In September of 2022, the Kentucky Board of Education Management Audit Team took a comprehensive look at the progress of Bretha County Schools, conducting 180 interviews with various district officials and stakeholders.
I sat down with the superintendent, board chair, and associate commissioner Kelly Foster to talk about what this means for the school system. In December 2012, Bretha County Schools was put under state management, transitioning to state assistance in December 2019. Now, Superintendent Philip Watts and the school system are celebrating the approval to end any form of state management as of February 8th, 2023.
Really proud of our staff for the growth that we've seen out of those over the last several years, from just an instructional standpoint to the way we do business. We just have a lot of celebrations, and with that being said, it's just a normal day, and we're looking for ways to improve on what we do today and tomorrow, and we owe that to our students and our community.
Associate Commissioner Kelly Foster with the Kentucky Board of Education says she is proud of the superintendent and the local board for how they have efficiently and effectively focused on the growth of their staff and students.
They have created a culture of students first. They have created a culture of really focusing on student needs and student instruction. They have been able to become financially sound in their district.
Foster says the changes they have made have opened many doors for the students. And board chair Rochelle Hamilton says they plan to continue doing what they have been doing.
It's just another day. Although I'm very, very happy we got out of state management. It's been a long 10 years, but I feel like we have grown, we have worked hard, and when I say we, I mean any stakeholder involved in the educational process of Bretha County.
Superintendent Watts added that their students have continued to succeed despite the challenges they have faced, from COVID and back-to-back floods, saying the district will continue doing its part to see each student excel.
To make sure their kids have a opportunity for a quality education is very humbling.
Watts also expressed his thanks to Education Commissioner Jason Glass, Board Chair Lou Young, Dr. Foster, and her team, saying, quote, "We know they're a phone call away," end quote.
Kentucky lawmakers are considering Senate Bill 150, a controversial bill dealing with LGBTQ issues in schools. Supporters say it is needed to protect parents and teachers from outreach coming from the state, but opponents say transgender kids who struggle with their identities will become the true victims of this. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on the debate in a Senate committee today.
Thank you all.
Senator Max Wise says this bill is all about parents being told what's going on with their kids in their schools.
This bill would require school districts to notify parents of health and mental health services that are being offered through the schools.
But the main debate with Senate Bill 150 deals with transgender issues.
Lastly, the local school board shall not mandate that school personnel or students must use a student's non-conforming pronoun.
Senator Wise says he's heard multiple complaints of the State Board of Education and Department of Education telling local districts how to deal with trans issues. He says he wants there to be more local control.
Nothing prohibits school personnel from withholding information if there has been past history or conduct indicating potential abuse by a parent.
For the debate came before a packed committee room. Multiple people signed up to speak against it, saying it hurts kids who need an outlet to express their identity.
Nearly 1 in 5 transgender youth have not just seriously considered, but have attempted suicide.
I know that if my trans kids that I'm treating, who have already transitioned, go into the school and their teachers start using the wrong name and pronouns for them, they will be suicidal.
Senator Karen Berg says the bill is especially hurtful to her.
My child killed himself, guys, because he didn't want to face this again all over the country. And
Bill cleared a committee 11-1, now goes to the full Senate. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Senator Wise says the bill does allow for local school boards to draw up policies on how to deal with transgender issues in their districts.
Well, after a breezy day today, we've got a beautiful sunset out there right now. As we look from our Buffalo Mountain camera here in Perry County, it's warm as well, 68 degrees. That is 11 degrees warmer than we should be for highs this time of year. Really, actually 21 degrees warmer than highs we should be this time of year. So we'll continue to see very warm conditions out there. We had the view from out front of the studio here at WYMT. It's not quite nighttime yet out there, but it is getting darker. We continue to see those temperatures, or those wind gusts. We've gotten London and Jackson back online, still gusting to 37 in London, 25 Somerset, still gusting to 38 in Lexington. So very warm, or very breezy conditions continue. We peaked near 50 to 60 miles per hour in some spots earlier on today. Temperatures remain warm out there for now, but look up in Louisville. Things are getting cooler. Details on when that arrives here in a few minutes. Guys?
All right, thank you, Evan. Police have arrested 70-year-old Larry Calhoun after they say he shot a woman in the head yesterday in Knott County. Kentucky State Police say the incident happened near Kentucky 550. Officials say Calhoun and a woman were arguing and it turned physical. Calhoun was taken to the Kentucky River Regional Jail in Hazard and is charged with 1 count of assault. The woman's name has not been released, and at last check she was still in the hospital.
65-year-old Terry Cupp of Tazewell, Tennessee is charged with prohibited use of an electronic device to procure a minor and sexual abuse. In a citation, Middlesboro Police Department Lieutenant Barry Cowan wrote that Cupp reportedly sent messages of sexual nature to a 12-year-old in November 2021. Police say the girl told Cupp to leave her alone, and he sent an apology message the next day. The citation also says when the same girl was 11, Cupp is accused of touching her in an inappropriate manner.
One of Floyd County's beloved recreational spots will see some changes soon, leaving people from Prestonsburg to wonder about the future of their beloved clubhouse.
However, officials tell WYMT's Buddy Forbes the new deal is a hole-in-one.
Right now, we're losing a tremendous amount of money on that golf course.
Stonecrest Golf Course is teeing off with new leadership this year.
Cities, municipalities, I would say even counties, probably don't need to be trying to operate golf courses that big.
The Prestonsburg City Council welcomed a new management group to the course in December, Stonecrest Jenny Wiley LLC, with plans to invest in the space.
It's going to stay a golf course. It's going to get improved. We're going to make there's going to be some changes made so that we can at least get closer to sustainability.
Mayor Les Stapleton says the Star City course will remain the attraction it has been for more than 20 years. And the employees will stay on board. But the transition is ultimately saving the city thousands of dollars.
It's more of a collaboration that we're still working with them. We're doing day-to-day operations, and we invest $400,000 through a calendar year. After that, we're done. We invest nothing else.
The plan also includes a $1 million investment from the company, which Stapleton says will provide needed improvements.
We're pretty excited that this is happening. You know, $1 million investment can make a big difference. Fix our bunkers, fix some of our fairways, rearrange some of the tee boxes and stuff. And I think you'll see a big improvement over the golf course in the next couple of years.
Hoping for only the best for the future of Stonecrest. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
At the end of the lease agreement, the company also has the option to purchase the space from the city.
Another disaster response service has made its way to the region this week in the Big Sandy. World Renew Disaster Response Services has traveled from Michigan to eastern Kentucky to assist in the recovery of folks across the region impacted by the flooding nearly 7 months ago. Floyd County Long-Term Recovery Group co-chair Missy Allen says after the assessment, the goal is to take all of the data and use it to help as many people as possible.
Our goal is to connect folks with a case manager to help walk through this process for our flood survivors so that we can maybe fill any gaps that were missed in, they may not have gotten the amount of money that they needed to get back to their home appropriately, and that's where we want to try to help.
Allen also adds that you can call the Floyd County Community Center if you cannot make it to the walk-in sites during the next 2 weeks. We'll have more details on this tonight at 11.
Well, coming up, we're drying out now, but more showers, even potentially the wintry variety, heading in our direction. The latest after this. Plus,
a more than 50-year legacy continues as an ambulance service in London honors its founder.
And a petition to rename Paintsville Lake State Park after the coal miner's daughter is on its way to Frankfort.
WYMT News app offers alerts